This is National Native News. I'm Antonia Gonzalez. Housing is not just a problem in major cities in Nevada. It's also an issue in rural parts of the state, including tribal nations. Thousands of tribal members want to come back home, but there's not enough housing available at the moment. KNPR's Jimmy Romo visited 2 tribes to tour their newest housing developments.
On the Walker River Paiute Tribe Reservation, tribal officials and community members break ground on the highly anticipated water looping system. This water project was a decade in the making, as tribal members have been wanting to live on the reservation. And with no available housing, they can't. Gina Williams came back to the reservation a decade ago to become the housing director of the Walker River Paiute Tribe to build out the tribe. Instead, she was met with unavoidable infrastructure issues.
You're thinking, okay, you can build homes and do things and find out that that was not going to happen. There had to be a moratorium.
It wasn't until 2024 that the Walker River Paiute Tribe was approved for a $20 million grant. That funding was later taken away months after President Donald Trump took office. Walker River Paiute Tribe Chairwoman Melanie McFalls knew that although the tribe is trying to save funds, coming up with the water looping funding would be worth the investment for generations to come.
You know, it was kind of hard to give up $3 million just like that, but we had to, or else we would have lost the entire project.
40 miles north of the Walker River Paiute Tribe, Fallon Shoshone Tribe's Housing Program Development Manager, Russell Dyer Redner, has seen how difficult getting housing can be.
It seemed like you're just basically waiting for somebody to die or something drastic to even have a chance at housing.
When Russell wanted to come back home to the reservation, he was told the same thing as many others. There's no housing available. To combat the lack of housing, the tribe is building a 22-unit housing project. These projects are adding housing to the reservation, but in small numbers with the help of federal funding. These federal funds come out of a big pot of money, where all 574 federal tribes nationwide are applying for a piece of the pot. And every year, the pot keeps shrinking.
There's always going to be a shortage. But if we can meet, majority of our needs, we'll do our due diligence, and hopefully people will be able to come back.
And that's what tribal leaders from reservations across the state want, to bring their members back home.
That was Jimmy Romo reporting. 5 Native Americans were among the 29 people named Bush Fellows this year. The Bush Foundation provides up to $150,000 over 2 years for fellows to build on their leadership skills. In the first of 5 profiles, Brian Bull of Buffalo's Fire shares what an award-winning filmmaker plans to do.
Leah Hale has been with Twin Cities PBS for 13 years and has won regional Emmys for her work, including the films Reclaiming Sacred Tobacco and The People's Protectors. But the Sisseton Wahpeton Oyate and Diné Nations artist feel she falls short in one area: technical expertise.
Learning about how to capture good quality audio, even when it comes to more of the technical side of editing, like color correcting and those types of things. That's something that I really want to learn more of, because I get asked often to do mentoring to up-and-coming youth and storytellers.
Hale's grand vision is to create a worldwide network of Indigenous filmmakers and artists who will share their cultural stories authentically and accurately. Hale also hopes to use her Bush Fellowship Award to build on her Dakota language skills. Her new film, Medicine Ball, is set for release next year. It looks at how basketball emerged out of boarding schools. For National Native News, I'm Brian Bull.
And I'm Antonia Gonzalez.
National Native News is produced by Kawanak Broadcast Corporation with funding by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
From comics to games to film and TV, Indigipop X is Native American popular culture. Everyone is welcome this weekend at Duke University in Durham, North Carolina. Info at indigipopx.com, who support this show.
Support by Sonosky Chambers Law, championing tribal sovereignty and Native American rights since 1976. From opioids litigation to treaty rights to tribal self-governance. With offices in Washington, D.C., New Mexico, California, and Alaska. Sonosky Chambers Law.
Native Voice One, the Native American Radio Network.